Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Truth Ain't in Us. I'm Tonya Wilder, and I'm joined
I'm Sitara.
with.
Sitara
hey,
Bun.
hey. How was your week,
Hey,
Sitara?
so far so good. Cannot complain.
Well, welcome back, all the Truth Nation, and you're watching the Truth Ain't in Us. And I am your host, and we have a great show tonight. Later, we're going to be bringing in creator, producer. Um, just found out she is also an entrepreneur. So we'll get into that as well. But we do have a great show for you guys tonight. Before we get into that, Satara, you want to tell everybody like what's your week been like? Like what's been going on with you?
Well, so far, I mean, it's been a great week. Of course, work is work. It's always something, um, drama, or whatever. And I think what we're gonna kind of do our little hot topic on. I'm in that position where I'm in a facility to say it does happen where I work at as well. But
Well, we'll talk about
overall,
that. Yeah, we'll
yeah,
get into that in just a little while.
right.
Um, but I just wanted everybody to know before I tell you guys what my truth has been for this week. I would like just to tell you a little bit about what we have going on tonight. Tonight, we're talking about the stories behind the secrets, the choices behind the scandals, and the truth behind it all, basically. Um, I had a pretty long week. It's been a long, stressful week for me because, and the week started when? Sunday, not Monday, Sunday. Um, yeah, I am working. Well, we're working on a project that the Truth Ain't in Us will be doing. I believe it's in March, and it's called Wildfire Entertainment um, brings. The Truth Ain't in Us. That Wildfire Entertainment, first of all, is my production company, and we are bringing a show, a live show. I'll get into all of that a little bit later, but it's the state of the church and where we are today. We had a show that we did, Sitar, with the pastors,
Mm-hmm.
and we had some really, really great feedback from that. So
Mm-hmm.
um, it's something that I am going to spin off from that
Okay.
show, and we'll get into that later. But I will tell you guys this. I know I spoke with you all probably, what was it, a month, 2 months ago about me getting um, that ticket for my vehicle, no
Yeah.
insurance. I don't know if you guys remember. They said the one vehicle didn't have insurance, but I actually missed the court date.
Wow.
And I forgot about it actually. And I got a letter in the mail stating that I had to pay $100. I called them up and I go down there to pay this $100 because they said my driver's license was going to be suspended. And I get there and the lady tells me I have a warrant.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
like, for what? A warrant? Like, I'm like shocked. Like, a warrant for what? And she's like, well, you didn't show up for your court date. And I'm like, okay. And she said, well, I said, so what do I need to do? She said, you have to pay a fine of $500. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go run to the bank. She said, no, you can't go anywhere. She's like, you can't leave this building. So I'm like, I can't leave the building. She said, no, I've already called a deputy and he's going to come down. I said, okay, well, how am I supposed to can I pay with my credit card, my bank card? And she said, well, we have a ATM out there, but you just can't
Mm-hmm.
go out in the lobby by yourself.
Oh, wow.
I was on fire. Like, where the hell am I going? Okay, you got a deputy at the front, like when you first come in, because you have to, put your purse and everything in the little machine. I can't go anywhere. So eventually he comes, I take the money out, I pay the bill, and I was not in a playing mood, I would say. And the two deputies like, "Hey, how's your day going?" How the fuck is my day going? Like, are you really asking this? It's not going well, you know. But anyway, he was like, "Well, thank God you have the money because you see that young lady over there. We're getting ready to lock her up." And all
Wow.
I could think about was, "Is this going to be on my record?" And he was like, "No, because we didn't take you to jail." So
Oh my God.
yes, this has really been, this has not been a good experience for me at all. And honestly, it's not even my fault because we did not know that the car insurance was canceled um, due to an accident that happened 6 or 7 months earlier. And they decided to drop that one vehicle, but they kept all the other vehicles.
That's
So
crazy.
it's been really, really crazy. But yeah, so um let's get into our little hot topics. I know you guys, I don't know if you're aware of what has been going on in what was it, Indiana and
Mhm. In Texas,
in
Dallas, Texas.
Texas with
Hmm.
these two women, different incidents, pregnant and in labor. And we're gonna go ahead and roll that and then we're gonna talk about it.
Watch how this nurse dismisses the pain of a woman giving birth at Dallas Regional in Mesquite, Texas.
When's your due date? Right now. Is your due date 11? What? How many times have you been pregnant? 3. This is your third pregnancy?
Wow.
Yes! You have 2 babies at home? It's in my ass! You have 2 babies at home? Who's your doctor?
Lang is her doctor.
Oh, baby.
Mm.
Y'all treat all your patients like this or just the black ones?
Oh.
Everyone's the personality patient.
No empathy whatsoever.
Last name is Jones. She's G3P2. I'm not sure when her due date is.
Her due
I
date is
just
the
said it
10th.
was the 10th. Her due date is the 10th.
She got 3 pregnancies, 2 babies at home. I bet y'all listen next time.
Hmm.
When you found out you were delivering at this hospital, your ass should have changed doctors.
Oh wow. Let's go to the next video, guys.
Everybody say how they treat people here.
This video is infuriating
Wow.
because my wife, she has had 3 kids.
I mean, that first
I'm
story.
doing this at labor, and this is a Franciscan Crown Point being put out in active labor.
Yeah, it is heart wrenching.
It is.
So we gotta transfer her to a different hospital while she's in labor, in pain. I'm just...
Wow. So
That's
the
crazy.
first story had social media in shock, and a woman in full active labor was literally removed from the Dallas Regional Hospital. And in the second one, I believe she actually was wasn't she the one that had the baby in the car
Yes,
as she
the
was
one in
traveling
Dallas
to
had the
another?
baby in the truck.
Wow.
Right. Absolutely. It's
Like,
really
I don't even
sad.
know
It's
what to
really.
say. And I know you work in the
It's
healthcare industry, and my daughter-in-law and my son are both doctors. And but Julia, she works in NICU. And she was, when I sent her this video, those two videos, she was like, it happens every day to
it does.
us,
It does. It
Black
really
women,
does. Yeah, it
you
does.
know?
It
And
does.
I saw someone put up here that this is very heart wrenching to watch. That's from Formosa McKelvey, and it absolutely is. It really is, and it makes me think about, um, is this negligence or protocol gone wrong? Like, what do you say to that, Sitara? Because you work in the
I just
industry.
think, right, for once, I on both incidents, I think it starts at the head. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you allow and you permit stuff to happen like that, it's gonna keep going on. If you don't nip it in the bud, then it's gonna keep going on. Yes, I work in a hospital, and I've witnessed not a pregnant person, but just someone that was had a stroke. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that they couldn't talk, and you asking them what's wrong, and you could see them spazzing out. I mean, it could, but you just have people that has no sympathy, no compassion, and to work in the medical field. I mean, I can speak for myself. I have compassion, and I don't know the level of anybody pain tolerance, and I'm not going to discount it because that could have been
Yeah.
my child, you know. But I think it's very unethical that they even allow a person to work in an establishment. That first video we saw, that nurse showed no compassion. She
None.
showed no concern whatsoever. She ignored her, didn't even acknowledge her, asking her, she's in pain. How do you expect her to answer these questions? And she's in pain. You know what I'm saying? They already said
Yeah.
she stayed in the waiting room 30 minutes. Okay.
Mm.
And she had the baby 12 minutes after being questioned like that. I mean, and as you all know, Black women today, they feel that we can bear pain. They feel we're the strongest. They just feel like I mean, literally, I can see a couple of my colleagues. They think that y'all are strong. Y'all pain tolerance is high. How can you
And these
say
are
that?
white
Color has
women?
no, yeah, color has nothing to do with your pain
No,
tolerance. Not at
none.
all. But that just let you know how ignorant
People
people
are.
can be.
And also, I'm wondering, like, is this like showing like the healthcare system has failed us as Black women?
I'm gonna say I can't speak on everybody because looking at that video, I actually at work today, we was watching it with a couple of my colleagues, and a couple of them were white, and they walked away with tears in their eyes. So I can't say it. To
Hmm.
me, the young lady in the nurse that's in there, she displayed racist. I mean, that was it. Because you, as a mother, as a young mother, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing. She showed no empathy or no sympathy, no compassion. I mean, so in other words, I just feel like I can't sit here and stereotype everybody as being that person that's in the medical field, but that individual, that the nurse, what's her last name, is Vaughn. The last is mine. We're no related, not at all. We're not related at all. Let me declare it. We're not related at all. She does not need to be in the healthcare. That's not what she. That's not. I feel like that's not her calling. It can't
Well, I know she
be
got
because you can't
fired.
be.
Yeah, she got fired, but I
No,
think she needs to lose her license. She didn't get
she
fired?
didn't get fired. No, if you go through the video, it was a young lady got on there maybe like 2 days. They said that she didn't get fired. They
Mm.
removed her from the hospital because they were having bombs, they were having threats, and they had a lot of people outside protesting. So the hospital was on lockdown, but they're saying that the nurse did not get fired. I don't know
But,
between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock to this afternoon, but they're saying she didn't get fired.
well, I think it highlights systematic issues.
It does.
And this really is not a normal thing. To me, it's very dangerous, um, especially with the second lady that they actually sent away, and she had the baby in the car. Thank God
Mm-hmm.
she and that baby are okay today.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember when I had my son.
Mm-hmm.
And well, was it my son or my daughter? My daughter, actually. And I actually went to the hospital and they told me that I wasn't ready to have my baby, which I was in labor. And I went to go put my clothes back on and my water broke. And so, even with that, it wasn't a sense of urgency. And I kept telling the lady, I'm like, hey, I'm going to have the baby. You need to go get the doctor. And she's like, well, give us about 20 minutes. And I said, I'm about to fucking start pushing. That's it. The baby is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to run and go get the doctor. But I think number one, it's sad.
It's very sad.
Number two, I feel like the lady should be fired and she
Of
should
course.
lose her license. And I
Of course.
hope
I totally
that
agree.
that family gets a lawyer, someone to represent them and fight for them on both in both cases. And this goes on too often than not. And I'm glad, like today, we're able to capture a lot of things on our cell phones, our cameras, and we're able to expose a lot of racist people, a lot of Karens out there. Um, and we need to, every time this happens, I feel like we all need to take a stand. We need to record it. We need to put it out there for people to see until our voices are heard, you
I
know?
agree totally. I agree 100%. Yep. But from my understanding, I mean, I know that everything that's on social media you cannot believe or you can comment on. But from what we looked at today, it was several incidents that happened with that same particular nurse in
Oh,
another
yeah.
situation. So it's like something needs to be done. I mean,
You
and
think she needs to
if the
be
hospital,
arrested?
no, yeah, she do. She, I mean, to me, you bodily harmed somebody. Now, if her baby came out breached, or what I'm saying, she could have died in the process of having a baby. Anything could have happened. I feel like she that should be held responsible to the utmost of the negligence that she showed each from Houston. I mean, from Dallas to Indiana. Both of those nurses that had a conversation that turned the young lady away, the one that
Mm-hmm.
didn't show up. I think something should be done other than just a slap, because it's like a slap on the wrist. I mean, getting fired, that don't mean that she can go to another facility, and get another
Exactly.
job. So no, it needs
And
to
do
be
the same
something done.
thing. And I'm
Exactly.
sure she's been doing, like you said, she's had other complaints. So
Right.
she's comfortable. She knows she's being recorded and she's comfortable with this.
Because she's getting away with it. They giving her a slap on the hand. Nobody's saying nothing. And that again comes from upper management
Mm-hmm.
from the top.
Yeah, for sure. And something definitely needs to be done about it. Something needs to be done to her. Um, and also, I'm going to switch the subject up a little bit. I don't know, and I just saw this on social media when I was getting ready for the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know how many of you watch the Housewives show. I know, well, I think you do, Sitara.
Yes,
Um,
I do. I
but
do.
Potomac, Mia Thornton was just arrested for
Let's see.
stealing. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because, and I'm going to do a show about how social media portrays, people are allowed to portray this lifestyle, this fabulous lifestyle that's actually fake and fabricated. And we just saw Mia probably a month ago with Bobby Valentino all over the social media, on yachts, living the life, living a fabulous life, that is.
Yeah.
And when I read the article about why she was arrested, it like blew my mind. She was arrested because she was renting an apartment here in Atlanta. She and another guy,
Never.
I don't know who that person is, and the person that they were renting the apartment from lives in another country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mia moved out and she took all the ladies' furniture because the house came furnished. She took all of the ladies' furniture. Allegedly, because I don't want Mia trying to come over here and sue me because she ain't got shit. So we ain't doing that. So allegedly,
Yeah.
so it just makes me wonder. Like, everybody wants to put on for the gram, and nobody wants to be real. And I'm wondering, does these reality show put a lot of? I'm wondering, do it put a lot of pressure on these women to keep up this fabulous lifestyle, this facade? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I from my understanding, I thought half of everything they have in the beginning, they're written it. From my understanding, so I mean,
No,
I wouldn't think majority
not
of them
everybody.
rent. Now, I said majority allegedly rent the houses they drive, the cars they drive, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying who. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean,
Well,
if you got
you
it,
are
why
watching
do
the
you
truth
feel
ain't in
that?
us, so you
Yeah,
can't
if
say
you
who it
got it,
is.
why? If you got it, why? Look, if you got it, I don't want to get sued either. At the end of the day, if you have it, okay, if you have it, and you know what the sad part about people that have it and don't let it go here, they do great works for people that need it. And those people need to be commended and not broken down. And it's sad when we're trying to be me and you. You're trying to build a platform where we can say we can elevate. Not get
Yes,
so big where we forget where we're coming, but we want to elevate. So out of support and helping each other, we're pouring into each other. But you're pouring in, you
exactly.
getting the cloud, and then you coming back and you're doing something to make us go move 10 feet backwards. Because first thing they're gonna say, us black people always doing some nigga shit. Period.
And
And then
living
how that
beyond
make
our means.
means?
Yep,
Yes,
living beyond our
yes.
means. You got Wendy, that allegedly did the insurance scam.
Fraud, exactly.
You know what I'm
Why?
saying?
It's
And
crazy.
again, they put on this facade. And I really would like to see a reality show showing real people, whether they're struggling, whether they're middle class, rich, whatever the case may be, but them keeping it real,
And it's
keeping
supposed
it
to be
100.
relatable. Right. And it's supposed to be related so people can, I mean, you want someone to, I mean, for us, we watch TV and we want to relate to these people. Kids analyze the rappers and the dancers and things of that nature. Uh, um, and so we watch TV and we like, oh, well, she had on that was a bad dress she had on. The bad shoes. You look at it and you modernize it, and then you realize it's like they got it, but what are they doing to keep it and to make it pour into us? It's crazy. It just behooves me to realize that people take the little that what they have, they don't understand. It can be
Hmm.
taken away as much as you give it to them. But it's just really sad. It makes you feel like, for me, I have to step back because I am I'm a woman that I like nice things. Can I
Hmm.
afford it? Sometimes not. It all depends what happened in that month. But I can keep it 100 real for right there. I'm gonna live beyond my means because if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, if I got to go to Target, I'm gonna look like I came from Lehman's Market with it at the end of the day, no matter what. But it's just it's crazy. We put they put us behind cameras and these kids analyze and they look for that and they like one day I want to be like her. But then you go on a TV show, and then you faking that somebody broke in your house and you stole jewelry and you got money.
Well, we don't know if they have money
Allegedly.
or not. We don't
I
know if
said
they got the money.
allegedly.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. I know a lot of people in Atlanta, and some people who don't even live in Atlanta. There's a place here where they go and they rent these clothes, and I can't remember the name right now of the place, but they go and they rent You see them in these fabulous outfits and name brand outfits, but it's rented. At the end of the day, they don't own a lot of the stuff that you may see them wearing. And I'm not saying that every reality star does that,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
a lot of the women here in Atlanta definitely does that. Okay. And if you want to look like a housewife, you can go there and rent some shit too, for those of you in the
Exactly.
audience. So, and but I just feel like I really want to just see women keeping it real,
Yeah, that's it.
you
Elevate.
know?
Elevate.
Yes. And also reaching back and pulling somebody up.
Yep.
It's not all about the back and forth and I read you and no. And I will definitely say this too before we move on to introduce our next guest. I will say this. Money can't it can't buy you class, it can't buy you style. And I say that I love Shamia, but Shamia, she be rocking now all the name brand stuff, and it don't be hitting. It don't be hitting, and I'm like, Shamia needs a stylist. She needs a stylist real bad. She can have on Gucci, she can have on all this stuff, and it just don't be hitting right. And I think maybe she
I
needs to
think
probably
she's
reach out to Jay Bolin because he'll get you together, baby. Jay Bolin will definitely get you
I like
together.
Shamia and I like her style. If whatever she's wearing is nothing like nobody has on. It may not come together. I would put certain pieces, but I love her style. I like who she is. And you
It
know
don't
what?
be matching.
But I like the way she came out. You know what? I respect her because you know what? In the beginning, nobody really know what she had. She didn't put it out there. But when she did put it out there,
Mhm.
then the clout, the negative. So I 10 toes down. I
Well,
stand behind how she took. To me, that was class.
I liked her too.
She did it with
I
grace.
I liked her too, but
You said
Shamia
past
be
tense.
dancing and bouncing around too much. She always you can't take her seriously. And I'm like, she's in her 40s and all this bouncing around, ass shaking. Every little thing is about her dance, dance, dance. Like I'm like, we are not at the Hawks game because she's a commentator out there, and I'm like, we are not at the Hawks game, and I'm really sick and tired of seeing Shamia bouncing around. I'm sick and tired of those dance moves. I don't want to see none of that.
I
I
like
don't
my
want to see none of
girl.
it. I like her too, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm gonna
I
keep
feel
it real. It doesn't
I'm gonna
mean
keep it
that
real too.
I
If you
have
got it,
to.
and like I
Mm-mm.
said, I feel like this. If she still has the energy to do it, then why not? If I mean, it's
All that ain't
everything you
even
can do. You
called
can do it,
for.
but you can everything you can do is you can do it in class. You don't have to be ratchet with it. So I don't know. I
Well,
haven't
she be
actually
ratchet.
seen her dance. Look, I haven't seen her
I'm gonna
actually
send you a
dance
video.
or
I'm gonna send you several videos tonight, and
okay,
then we're gonna talk about that tomorrow, and I'm gonna record
okay.
it.
You something else, Miss
Oh my
Wilder. You are
goodness!
something else, girl. Give him.
So we
Hey,
are
that's
gonna
your
keep
truth,
it
boo.
moving. Yes, guys, you are watching The Truth Ain't in Us with Tonya Wilder and Sitara Vaughn. And these stories have been unpredictable and dangerous real life things have been going on. But our next guest created a film that dives into the same themes, basically secrets, choices, consequences, truth. Uh-huh. And Truth Nation, I want you to help me and Satara welcome uh, the creator of Secret Scores and Scandals, Sabreen Shabazz. I love her
Yes.
name. I love your
I
name.
love
Hi,
her name.
thank you.
I
Thank you
love
I
so
love
it.
your
much.
name, Sabreen. I
Hi,
love your
thank
name.
you. Thank you.
So, can you let everybody know exactly who you are since they're meeting you for the first time? Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and your creativity?
Sure. I just executive produced Secret Scores and Scandal out on Tubi now. Watch. We
Mm-hmm.
have over 10 million impressions. And going strong, starring Miss Yandy Smith, who is a phenomenal actress. I heard you guys talking about reality stars, and I just have to say, she is a reality star, but she's
Hmm.
so much more.
Oh
An
yeah,
activist, she's a mom, she's an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, and she stands for everything that I stand for. So I just love her. So yeah, she
that's
does everything
awesome.
you're supposed to do with your platform.
Yes, and
Exactly.
she's taking advantage of that for sure. And sometimes we see a lot of people, they don't take advantage of that platform. But I can definitely say, with Yandy, Yandy has her hands in a lot of different things, which I think is great. And the fact that she's an activist, um, for women, Black women, I think is awesome as well. And we need more of that because, like, we don't have a lot of that going on like how we had it back in the day. We had a lot of Black activists that would stand up and fight, for our rights. And I think we need more of that from people. But let's talk about you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Let's talk about you.
Yeah, I again executive produced and I wrote Secret Scores and Scandal based on loosely, allegedly. I need more words for that, so
Uh
that I don't get sued myself.
huh.
loosely, loosely based, allegedly, on the APS cheating scandal. I was a teacher during that time, and I just wrote about what I was going through. It literally happened to me.
Here in
Um,
Atlanta.
Yes, it did. I worked for
Okay,
DeKalb County at the time, but it was an
I
Atlanta.
remember.
Yeah, it was Atlanta area. Atlanta Public School got the brunt of it,
Hmm.
but it was more than just APS. So I was in DeKalb County. They rolled up in those cars. We got a text. The principal was out. So and then the school
Wow.
closed down. They renamed it now, but yeah. So it was real.
Hmm.
A lot of teachers, lost their livelihoods, their careers over, it was. I'm not going to try to belittle it because it is a crime. You shouldn't have done that.
Right.
But I just wanted people to see on the other side what a teacher goes through daily, and to have a principal that is all consuming, all knowing, almost she thinks she's godlike over you. And this is your only career. This is how you feed your children. Everyone has bills to pay. And most teachers, that's all they've ever done. Their skill set is very limited in education only. So you're gonna play ball.
Did
So that's what happened. Hmm.
did any of those principals or teachers go to jail?
They did sometimes. Some of them did weekend stays. Luckily, they didn't go for long amounts of times, but they would definitely charge. When I wrote their books to also go with this,
Hmm.
yay! Those will become rebranding and coming out in February. Um, Actually, when I was writing the books in 2012, that's when they were actually on trial. And I think the last of the trials were maybe 2014, 15. Don't quote me on
Hmm.
that. You have to be so
Hmm.
on your facts. And I'm not,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
because I'm on to so many other things now. But yeah, court dates. It was a big thing, and they got charged with RICO charges, the charges that
Yes.
took down the mob. So it was not a joke, and it's 16 years ago to this
Hmm.
year, and unfortunately, it'll happen again.
But I think what's funny about all of that is Heather Locklear and her husband, and it was a few of them with the what was it, the
Yeah,
testing
the
the
testing to
testing
get their kids
scam.
into those
And
Ivy League schools. Yeah,
yeah,
they
but they
got a
didn't go
slap
to
on the
jail.
wrist.
They didn't go to jail. Money. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes,
It's all
exactly.
about the
Exactly.
money talks and bullshit walks. That's what
Yeah.
that's what they
But
used to
Sabrina,
say when I was growing up.
I have a question. I actually watched the show today.
Okay,
Came
good.
home and I actually watched it, and it was very good. I
Good,
just
good.
couldn't believe when that principal said, "I'm God." You would not say anything. I was like, did she actually tell that? Was that really? I mean, I
Did
know
that
it's a
really
story,
happen?
and I know that you said it on your interview that you had with Channel 11. you and Yandy and what's his name, Ron.
Rod Minger. Yeah, he
Yeah,
played her
yeah.
friend. Yeah.
I actually watched the video with that, and I said to myself, I say, now she says some of it is a true story, but of course we couldn't tell the whole truth. You have to like Google to find out, the pros and the cons. But I kept saying that's a lot for a person to have to go, a teacher to have to go through, where someone's threatening you what not to say, what you shouldn't say, and if you don't know what's really going on, why do you have to be told, what to say and what not to say, due to you trying to make it cut because you got a school and you trying to keep it up. I was just applaud when I watched it. I can say, did this really happen or this just a story? But I actually enjoyed it. I watched the whole entire thing and I actually enjoyed it. It was great. I think everybody need to watch it. It was very informative. Me not living in Georgia at that time to know what actually went on in the school district. You just hear about it, but yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted. I wanted to tell a story that was fun, that was romantic, but it gave you what really happened. Of course, a few of those things were sprinkled in there.
Right.
That principal was based on a principal that I actually had my first year actually teaching in DeKalb County. And yes, it is so true. I actually, for the book, the books and the movies are really different. The books are very, 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 very spicy. Zane meets a teacher. All those things you want to play on the naughty teacher, if you want to, all those role playing and all that, you get that. Okay, so I toned it down much more for the movie because I didn't want X-rated movies, but the books they're steamy. So have a partner with you if you know what I mean.
Yes.
But they also tell the truth. Being a teacher, like I was a teacher in education for 15 years, but I always knew that God had another plan for me. I knew it. I knew I'd be here. I saw it many years ago. I didn't know how I would get there. I own logistics companies, $1 million logistics companies. So I'm able to fund my own things now. So
that's good.
Yeah. So, but I didn't know that. I just knew that I would be on a podcast one day. I knew that I'd be on 11 Alive one day. I knew that my movies would be on a network one day. And it's just going to keep building. I already saw that. But I still was not bullshit as a teacher. I was a phenomenal teacher because I didn't play with that.
Yeah.
But, I had the backing. My ex-husband is the board chair of Clayton County Public Schools. So I had the backing of people. So I wasn't really afraid. And I'm just not afraid anyway, because I take risks. But most teachers don't. And they shouldn't. You shouldn't have to take risks to enjoy your job. And no one wants, if you're being threatened with your job and that's all you've done, no, you can't say what you're going to do. And people, those teachers or this. I was like, you can't say what you're going to do or not do. You got a mortgage to pay. You have a child in college. You have to get groceries. You may be a single mom. Like, yeah, it's real. And unlike other professions, like teachers are so nuanced in one thing. You just can't go out being a teacher for 10 years like, oh, I'm going to go work for Google without doing a few more years in school, getting, a whole new skill set. And who can afford or have time for that? If you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're not me that just throws it away and does other stuff.
I like how you threw you in there.
I know that's right.
It can't be me.
Now, I want to know, because you're not in the school system anymore.
No, I'm not.
So do you have children that's in the school system? And the reason
I have a 25-year-old.
Okay. Well, because I feel like the school system has gone down. Like they're not teaching kids the way they used to teach the children, So, but that's a whole nother story. But I know
we're going to agree to disagree, girl. Let's get it. We can go.
Yeah, I do. I mean,
because
I feel, and I'm a parent. I truly believe it starts at home. So let me just say that.
There you go.
Okay. But at the end of the day, they have removed a lot of things from the school system. Like my daughter now is 20, she'll be 21 in January. But she didn't know how to write in cursive. Like we had to like teach her. Like they didn't teach you. She like they didn't teach us. So we had to like get with her and teach her how to write in cursive and stuff like that. So I just feel like a lot has changed in the school system. My son went to Southwest DeKalb. He was in a magnet program. He's 35 now, but that was a great program. And when we first moved to Rockdale County was one of the top school systems, which now it has declined. So that's it, like I said, that's a whole nother conversation, but I do believe it starts at home. That's
Hello.
it. That's
Hello.
it. Now, I want to know when you saw those numbers, 8 million, 10 million, how did you feel? And did you know it was going to hit like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything that's happening, I truly saw it. Like,
You had
and
God gave you
I
your
packaged
vision.
it. Yeah, I packaged it for that. I didn't. I made sure I got a star that I believed in, that had a platform, and I went for it. A lot of times when we have dreams, like I'm 47, I'm almost 50. I don't have time to play. If I was 27,
Mm-hmm.
yes, but I'm too old to play because, honey, I want to retire in yoga pants. I don't want to be working. So you have to be strategic along with having a vision, and you
Mm-hmm.
also have to have a lot of discernment and just a lot of prayer on top of that.
I
For
believe
So
that.
sure.
yeah, in doing all that, I saw it. I made sure I hired a very good production company. Everybody, Tubi has come a long way from what it has
It has.
become, and
It has.
they're probably gonna do they're gonna WB us, if you know what I mean. They use us and then throw us
Mm-hmm.
out. But now, like, everybody's like, "Oh, that movie didn't look like it was a Tubi movie."
It
I said,
didn't.
"No, yeah,
It,
well, I
it
had a
It
did
really
great
not.
didn't.
It was.
production." Thank you.
It was
It
high
did not.
quality. I'm gonna definitely say it was high quality. I watched it today as well. And how long? I don't know how long you've been in the industry. I do see that you've made two other. Was it movies or film?
Well, I've been in this. People say you're overnight. I've been writing since I was 26 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
I just now I'm able to EP. I got under the. I was going to tell you also, when you're following your dreams and you're going through, just checking off your list when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at my age, at almost 50. I got a mentor, and I'm mentored by Tressa Smallwood. Tressa Azriel. She likes
Uh-huh.
Smallwood, Azriel. Let me say all three. And she's a independent powerhouse. And I made sure I had the correct backing, around me. I just didn't jump out and do it
Uh-huh.
and just throw spaghetti on the wall and hope it sticks. I didn't do that. And I don't downplay people that do, because if you are of that age too, then
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. But I am of an age where I can't throw spaghetti on the wall, because that 401k is not going to bounce back to me. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could be in your 20s and throw that spaghetti, but not at almost 50. So I
Yeah.
made sure I had the correct mentorship, production company, everything to make it as successful as it is, and will be with the books also, and the other films that I am currently in production right now on another short
Mm-hmm.
film, and have two more productions next year. So I'm just moving
So
on.
you're staying quite busy.
I am.
When you first got in the industry, did you find people to be accepting to you or standoffish? Because I know some people will say in the
Mhm.
industry it's a doggy dog world, and I believe like that's the way it is in a lot of industries.
I was going to say that. That's how it is in
Yeah.
all industries. I came in a little differently because I'm the EP. I write the checks.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to, what I say, goes. But I'm sure, like, as I ascend up into major leagues, like, I'm an independent now. So
Uh-huh.
I'm
Right.
writing the checks. But maybe when I ascend up higher, of course, I'm sure everyone has a Karen, or in every industry. So I'm sure I
Yes.
will hit that. But I want to make sure I have other backing. So if I do, just go around it. I believe every no and will eventually turn into a yes. I know that's so everyone's like that's so cliche, but cliches are there because they are true. It happened. Believe a cliche because
Yeah.
it's true. So every no can be a yes. I started, I've been at this for years, all type of contests, writing. I have over 26 screenplays that I wrote myself. I can write a screenplay in under 14 days. Like I can do all that now. And I'm sure that I'm going to hit that, but I'm prepared for it,
So when you first started out, and I'm asking this for someone that out there that may be trying to get into the industry, and maybe they wrote something that didn't do well, it failed or whatever. Did you have any failures along the way? Some things that you did that just didn't hit, and you
no, because when I came out, I was cutting a check and I modeled it. But years before, God, yes, I moved to California with my 5-year-old.
Okay.
Sony's lot. I mean, I 20 years, and I would often ask, like, God, I put so much into this. I remember Kanye, his first, I don't remember the exact song, but one of his first projects, he was like, these niggas that much better than me. Like, I remember thinking that. Like, it took years. I just didn't stop. I didn't sell my first script till I was 44. Sell it.
And I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people think, and I think the younger generation, they want stuff to happen instantly. They don't want to put the work in. And I'm going to say people in generally at this point, because people want the gratification right now, but they don't want to put the work in. And I'm listening to you, you're saying 20 years later, you know what I'm saying? And they don't understand that. And a lot of people want to stop and give up on their dreams, because it isn't working out. And you've got to, I think you've got to be determined, number one, and you got to have that go-getter attitude, number two, so.
You
But
do.
are you married? Are you dating? The people want to know.
I am divorced.
Divorced. Okay.
Yeah, my ex-husband is the head of Clayton County Public Schools. Very cordial divorce. Nothing. I wish him the best. He wishes me the best. No, not dating right now. There's not much out there. And then when you hit a certain tax bracket, for me, the guys in that tax bracket, black men especially, they got young girls or white girls, and I'm old and black, honey, so I don't fit it. So
why do you think
I don't date down?
So why do you think that is? Because like we heard Trick Daddy.
Oh my goodness.
I know you heard what Trick Daddy
Girl,
said.
we're about to be on here a long time.
And I'm like Trick, you maybe we don't want you, Trick. Like, you want the young ones because you can manipulate them, use them, or whatever the case may be. And a real woman, he probably can't handle. But
that exactly. Or they like, I want peace, but they don't want peace. They don't want someone to challenge them. That's what that is. Like, I'm going to challenge you to be the best person that you can be.
I need you to get to my level. You want to be equal, balance me out. Yes, you got to.
If you date down, boy, they will bring you down.
I know that's right.
That's right.
And see, and you know what? And that's why I say. That's why I say I don't need you to just drive the car. I need you to drive and say, "Hey, we're gonna go here, and this is what we're gonna happen. This is what we're gonna see. This is what's gonna be like." I don't want to you drive, and I'm like, "What was that? Where we go? We ain't moving nowhere." So yes, I understand where you reach a certain age in life where you just say, "You know what? Right now, I'm living for me. I'm doing me right now," and I get it. And just by what you said tonight has really inspired me a whole lot. When you said what you so I commend you on that. I mean, you're right. You have to put, and I like, because what you said, you already knew. Can't nobody tell you. God had already gave you your vision. You already knew what was going to happen before it happened because he let you know. He didn't let nobody come prophesize it. He let you know before he let
He
somebody else. And
did.
that's the key. That's the key right there. And when you get that, you got it. So I commend. I do. I really, you really encouraged me tonight. You really did. So
Thank
I really,
you.
really
Thank
like that.
you.
Thank
I
you.
definitely want to encourage. That is one of my platforms there. Someone has, is it a part two? Because I didn't understand the ending. It will be a part two.
Okay, I was
She
going
cut
to
up,
read that.
yes,
Yeah,
she
I'm
cut
going to
up
get
that
into.
engagement. Yeah, she's like, oh, they think they're going to get off and have fun? I'm going to show them. I'm coming for them.
So
But
Sabreen.
in that, but let me ask you this: in that sequence, the principal, that was her son that she gave up, correct? Is that true, or that's
Well,
just
they
a
were just
sprinkle?
estranged. Yeah, they were
Oh, okay, okay,
estranged.
okay.
Some powerful men, when you leave them or whatever, they will block you out. And I actually allegedly,
Okay,
loosely, that's based on something that I actually heard. A very,
okay.
very, very wealthy man, and the wife wanted to divorce, and he was like, "Okay, well, you can leave, but this kid's staying with me, and you'll never see him again."
I
And
believe that.
he had the money to keep her away,
To do.
I
and that's what
believe that.
happened. So that's what I took that. I always take a little bit of life around me and write it. The best writers are the best observers. So I observe everything, everyone. I'm looking around like, you're so quiet. I said, I've already come up with like 3 movie ideas from this one scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
that's what I do. So watch out to be around me because you may end up on a movie. But I
So
always put my own little seasoning on there. But yeah, that's what happened. And if you're rich enough, just like you said, rich, or you can.
so I have to
Yeah.
ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You're not married. Are you dating anybody? And if you and also if you were to be dating, because this is Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
are you into just men or are you into men and women?
I would definitely at this what I like, definitely more into women.
Okay.
I have a few lady friends, but I can't say that we are exclusive. I would like to be exclusive one day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because again, the type of man that I would need, again, they like young girls or white girls. And it's so many more successful, women, black women, because I like
Mm-hmm.
the, no offense to anybody that likes to date whoever they want. You can do what you want.
Oh,
But
exactly.
for me, I like black men, black women. I like black, black, black. I'm Miss Umar. I don't date outside of my race, but
All
that's
right.
okay. Again, let me say
That's
it
okay for
again.
someone
That's
else.
okay. Hey, whatever
Yeah.
floats your boat, just
Okay.
not me. I don't like it. I don't want to
Yeah.
do it. When I come home, because I run logistics companies, I'm doing production. When I come home, I don't want to explain my existence to anybody.
Okay.
And
And
so that's
only a
so
black
because
person is going to understand what it feels like to walk in my shoes.
and I want you to help me understand this and make sure I'm getting exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You're you feel like because the men are scarce and they want to date younger
Yeah, or
and
other.
or other,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to date down,
Mm-mm.
okay? Because I see um what's her name? Trina. Like Trina
Never.
husband.
Never. Never.
No, ma'am.
No.
Kudos. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, because I was shocked. And I mean, you date who you want, you fall in love with who you want. And I'm like, they met at a hot dog stand,
Okay.
and he absolutely had nothing.
Okay.
And he really came up. And
Okay.
we see a lot of men today that want to be taken care of. It's like the roles have reversed, you know?
And that's why you have a lot of lesbians like myself.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Why?
And
Yeah. I would
and
have loved a nice black man, but mm-mm. No,
Wow, that's wow.
no, I'm pretty and rich, so you're not getting. But no, I'm good. Clock that T. So no.
I heard that.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. You are too much.
I know they're gonna
But
eat me.
I like your
If
honesty.
this
You
goes
told your
viral,
truth.
if
Of
this goes
course.
viral, honey, they're gonna eat me alive. But I'm just gonna be like, oh well, I'm telling my truth. Hello.
That's it. That's what it is. The truth ain't
And
it.
will you
That's
ever
what it is.
marry again? Will you marry again?
Yes, but they have to be a phenomenal person. Phenomenal.
And with marriage, do you believe that marriage is sacred between two people, or because you got people out
Definitely.
here swingers, you got the swingers,
No.
you got people having threesomes, and
Well,
they
I
just
don't know
be
how to threesome now. Think we gonna say that. Remember we have the threesome stuff. Read them books now. Read them books. Okay.
no,
Okay,
no,
now you
no. But if you're
look.
married, you still would be into a threesome, because
Yes.
I look at it.
If that's what we agreed upon as a couple, if that's what we wanted, I don't know by the time I'm 47 in my 50s. I don't know, but I don't sexually, if it's not dealing with killing nobody or with kids, it's all game for me. I don't care.
I'm gonna let
But
Sitara.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Sitara
woo, woo,
respond to this, and then I'm gonna jump in after, because
okay.
I feel differently.
I feel okay. I'm gonna say this. Let me backtrack.
Keep it 100.
I don't agree with that. I mean,
Okay.
and you are you, and that's you. And I'm not here to discount your thoughts, your feelings, your any of that. That's just not me. I am married, and I do feel that if I don't want to come off saying like I just feel that God put a man and a woman to be together. If he wanted another woman to be, it wouldn't be a marriage, because at the end of the day, he said when you say your vows, it's woman and man. It's not woman man, woman man, woman. So at the end of the day, I have to totally disagree, because I believe a marriage is supposed to be sacred. I believe if the sexual if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in the bedroom, and the other person not feeling it, okay, it's time to cut ties and you go your separate way. But it's
Not
so much
necessarily.
going. I feel that way. I'm speaking on me, my truth.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like but then at some and I'm gonna backtrack that, Tonya. You're right, because sometimes you can feel that you don't, it can be changed. You can do if you can fight for your man.
Counseling.
If you
Exactly.
fight for your man, it's something different. But I just feel like it's just a part of me. I haven't got out of that got in a new wave of things when it comes to people having threesome and stuff like that. But again, I can't knock anybody's feeling. That's what you like. Hey, who am I to pass judgment? I'm not here to do that, but I don't agree with that, and that's just my truth.
Okay.
That's just my truth.
And I'm going to jump into, I don't care for me, if you're married, if you're a man married to a man, a woman married to a woman, or a man and a woman. I believe when you say your vows, and you saying that this is a holy matrimony and you come as one, I don't think bringing someone extra into the bedroom is what God would want.
Okay.
And that's how I look at it. And I'm not here to knock anybody on their
Mm-hmm.
beliefs, what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I just believe, I have a cousin that just got married, and they're gay, two men, and they have never cheated on each other. They've never had a threesome or anything, and I think that's great, because they said their vows
Mm-hmm.
to one another. And I think a lot of people want to be of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and they follow whatever is being put out there that looks fashionable
Mm-hmm.
at the time, and now everybody becomes comfortable with this. um and that's just my take on it.
Well, I just feel marriage is so much more than just on a sexual plane. It's more
It
mental.
is.
So,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're having
It is.
sex, if that's something that you enjoy sexually, Like some people like just different turn-ons for them. So that doesn't mean that you're going to let another person into your marriage mentally or emotionally. Now, if that happens, that's something different. I never with my ex-husband, we never had threesomes or anything like that. But I'm sure if I had bought that to him, he probably maybe.
Of course.
Of
Yes,
course.
but
Of
not
course,
on
I
that
agree.
level. Like when you're mentally like locked in together, I just believe, you know, nothing's gonna break that because if someone comes in your bedroom or you see them out in the street, if they're able to break that, then it wasn't solid. So I just, for me, and again, I don't date outside my race. A lot of other people do. It's all in what floats your boat. Also, I'm 47. My closest friend is 29. I would date a bisexual man. She would not. So it doesn't have to do, it's just the type of person that I am.
Now
Like
that's
I look
interesting.
at the person. I'm not looking at what turns you on in the bedroom.
Hmm.
How's your
Right.
heart? Where's your mind? Do you know history? Do you know how to envision your future? Do you know how to manifest? Those are the things that I'm looking for in a partner. So on a sexual level, that's like here, I'm here with that.
Here.
So I understand where you're coming from. Because I respect everyone how
Hmm.
they roll because not everyone's gonna roll like me, you know. And it's
Exactly.
not a point of age. My closest for she's 29. She's like, oh no, I would never. I was like, I would. That doesn't have anything to do with his heart or his mind. It's just something that he likes sexually. I'm very open sexually.
That's interesting too.
Hmm.
That's really interesting because I think if I was single, I know I there's no way I could date a bisexual man.
Hmm. Most
Um,
black women say that. Yeah.
and
Hmm.
for multiple reasons. Um, and not to say because, and I will say this because I
Hmm.
was going to say something, but I do believe that women do cheat more than men,
Mm.
and women are better cheaters.
I agree with
um,
that one. I
you
agree with
know,
that one.
um,
But I
we
don't think
just
so.
don't get caught, and
That's true.
unless we want to be caught,
That's true.
okay. And I gotta before we start wrapping things up, Sabrine, I want to play a little game with you.
Okay.
So let me. I'm looking for my little thing here. Um, and I'm getting ready to put this list out tonight.
Okay.
So hold on a second, yeah, guys, just bear with me 1 second. Okay, it's number 7. So this is crazy. Okay, so there's a list that
Mm-hmm.
I'm creating that I have created of
Okay.
celebrity men, um, that the internet says that they are undateable, or they should, they should be undateable just based off of their reputation, um, what we read online about them, or how they've carried themselves out here.
Mm.
So the first person on this list is Stefan Diggs, Future, Nick Cannon, Donald Trump,
Oh wow.
Shannon Sharp, Neo, Matt Barnes, Elon Musk, Blueface, Michael Blackson, NBA Youngboy, Jay Fizzle, Russell Simmons, Diddy, John Mayer, Charlie Sheen, Tiger Woods, Ray J, Charleston White. We're supposed to have this list up here, by the way. Lil Wayne, Dr. Umar. I'm almost finished. Kevin McCall, Drake, 50 Cent. And the only reason 50 Cent made this list is because 50 likes to tell people they better have his money by Monday. And he's known to drag people for days. And because I definitely want to see him and Vivica Fox get back together.
They
Antonio
should.
Brown, Antonio Brown, Akon, The Game, and I had to add Last Common. So with that list, you can take that down now. With that list,
Mhm.
would you take anybody off of that list, or would you add to that list?
You
That's
have
tough.
you have man boys. You have self haters. I mean, you do. You have self haters. You have
Absolutely. I agree.
yeah. You have self haters. You have man boys. You have men with no dick discipline. So
Mm,
most of the time, that's bisexual.
mm,
Yeah,
love
when they
it.
don't have dick discipline, that's bisexual. But they don't have again a partner that they can come to with that. So then they just jump through girls, 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 girls. When
That's
so
true.
that's what happens with that. Um, Someone said everyone earned a spot on that list. They did.
Yep, they did.
Even who I love, Dr. Umar. I'm like, Dr.
Gumar.
Umar, it's too many beautiful black women. Why you not married? Come on.
I love Dr. Umar too, but he
Yeah.
had to go on the list.
Yeah. So that's what you have on there. A lot of man boys, a lot of issues with their moms. You can tell off the
Hmm.
bat, because a man that does not love his mother will not love you.
And I love you.
That's true.
I
That's
totally
true.
agree. I totally
They
agree.
will not. You have a lot of self-hating men that again date white women always and will always come on back because they after they get shackled.
Destroyed.
That's
Once
what
their
happened.
reputation is destroyed,
Yeah.
they want to run back to the
They
black
want to run
community.
back. Yeah. So
And
and then again, no dick discipline. When you have men that jump from women to women, they have all these babies by different women. Bisexual. People don't want to admit that, but they are, and a lot
Yeah.
of that's just it. But again, I wish everyone well. Like we all have our own demons. We all have our own shortcomings. We all have our own issues with parents and mothers who make us who we are. Just those
mhm.
men just happen to be on a platform and you can see it a mile away. You're like, oh my God, go work through that, brother.
It's
Um,
sad though. I think
yeah,
it's
it
really
is.
sad.
But what's sadder are the women who
They
constantly
did.
fall
Ooh,
for
Are
this.
all for it.
preach.
Yes.
Like Cardi
Yes.
B, when I say I love that girl, but what the fuck?
She don't love herself
She
because
can't. She can't. Like,
mm-mm.
how could you?
She
How
went from sugar
from
to shit.
Shit.
I'm
literally with
sorry.
flies on it? Because at least Offset, hey, he might get some residuals. If that ninja break his leg,
Bridget.
he's done on his mama
Gone.
couch.
Gone.
Like,
And
Gone.
what are
Yeah.
you doing? And you are making you don't love yourself, baby. And you
and none of and
yeah,
here's
so
the thing. None of the women love themselves to me
they
because
don't.
you allow these men to go raw in you who haven't even committed to you, who haven't uh
They're
for,
not even thinking like
yeah,
that
because
though.
no
Thinking about
commitment,
that.
They're not.
no
They just want
ring.
money and fame. And it's like, girl, you have to raise that child. This is not a show.
Exactly.
And are
And
they
that
even
child
thinking
hasn't looked
about
back at you in
sexually
20 years.
transmitted diseases?
Yeah,
Are y'all, because all of y'all are having babies and Cardi
they
B
are.
just celebrated having a baby. I'm happy that she and the baby are healthy, but there's another woman pregnant for him that's having twins right
Yeah.
now.
Wow.
So
Like,
what yeah, that shows just your and I get it for these other women because that's probably all they have is their beauty and their 15 minutes of fame. That's it.
mm-hmm.
But she has
Yep.
the world that she's worked for.
Exactly.
What the hell?
Exactly.
He shouldn't have even been in your hemisphere, honey.
No,
Like, no, to even do
no.
that. Look at his other baby mamas and look at you
And who you are,
and
how
who
much
you
money she
are.
has. And I feel, oh my God, I feel bad for her because I feel like she's embarrassed at this point that she feels like I can't go back. I can't backtrack because I put myself in this relationship out here for the world. And I'm like, honey,
You could always go back.
go back.
Yes, you can. Go back, sweetheart.
Leave him right there. Leave him right there because he is not going to stop. He ain't
And he
going to
has
stop.
absolutely no respect for
Back
himself.
for herself.
And
None.
again, he
Exactly.
has no dick discipline, which means he's probably bisexual, which that has come out also. That
Allegedly.
it's almost
Allegedly.
algebra. No dick discipline, bisexual.
No.
Equal sign. It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. And that's what I also mean about threesomes in a marriage. That does show. I know it seems like it doesn't show a type of discipline, but it
Mm-hmm.
does, because you're bringing that to your partner. You're asking, hey, can we do this together? Is that something that we're doing, instead of doing it with 50 million girls off? And then maybe once you do it once, you're like, hey, I don't really like that. I just want us. And then you're like, okay. Or hey, every blue moon, I want a little sprinkle, a little piece of chocolate on top of my sundae. But you're doing it together.
But do you
I
think
think
the
it
man
shows
is
a
going to
type
allow a man to come into the bedroom?
um
No.
it depends on what type of man you have. You could be dating about. I am very open, ladies. Remember, I have a 29-year-old best friend who was like, Sabreen, hell no. So I'm just different that way. I am very sexually open. Your husband may be bisexual. He may want another man. Just
No, we ain't doing that.
okay. And I'm totally. When I say I totally understand that.
Understand.
I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But a lot of women have to, and not you, but a lot of women need to start recentering their minds to that. Or if you want a husband, you are going to be single. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's the world that we live in. You have to adapt for some of them.
I don't
But
have to
I
change
don't
my
want to.
standards. Yeah.
that's
I'm not going to
okay.
change.
That's fine. But
Yeah.
for me, I would adapt. I definitely would. But then mentally,
Why?
because it depends on
But
what
why
type
would
of
you?
mental. It depends on how we connect mentally, and I don't connect with most people mentally. Yeah. So if I
But
met a
listen,
man
but
that I
I'm
connected with
confused.
mentally, I wouldn't just discount him because he was bisexual. If we connected mentally, like
But
that's
why do
bigger
you
than
have
on
to
a
lower
sexual
your
level.
stand? But to me, you just said something that's just really, this got me
Uh-huh.
disturbed. You said that you have to adapt.
To
Why do
what
you
the
have to
world is
adapt
doing
to what
now.
the world?
You,
Why do
you
you have to adapt
do.
to?
You
No.
Why? Who
for
says that? Where
you
is it
really
written that I
do.
have to?
Uh-huh.
I said, where? Why do you feel that you have to adapt to the world?
For
Why?
for women in this day and age, think about how many Black women are going to be single, right? If they don't start looking at people beyond sexuality, you're
Well,
looking at
then
their
we'll just be
mind.
But
single.
you just be
I'm
single. I
married,
mean,
but I feel like we just be single because I don't feel like you should have to change who you are because
who
the
you
world is
are.
changing. And I've always taught my children, and we're
Hmm.
about to wrap it up, guys. I always taught my children to be leaders and not followers. And just because the world is changing and making everything seem like you got to do this to fit in doesn't mean that I have to change my belief, my standards,
Hmm.
or anything just so I can be accepted. And I'm not
It's not
saying that
about
you're
being accepted,
and
though. I'm talking about someone that you vibe with on a mental and emotional level. I'm not going to put them in a box just because they're bisexual. I'm not. And I will adapt to that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
and
sure will. Yeah.
I get that.
I,
Hmm.
I get that. I get that
Yeah.
I
part.
get
But
that.
when you say adapt to the world, that's just stupid for like, why do I have to adapt to the world? No,
But that's
I don't have
And
to
because
adapt to.
just for you two to say, I get that, that's an adaptation. Because most of your mothers before would be like, I don't care. No, you do have to adapt to your environment where you are.
yeah.
Every walk of life. So it's not just in relationships, it's in business, it's in everything. I have to stick. I own companies that move like this. If I were
Mhm.
stuck in a solid mind state and not malleable, I would be done.
Yeah, that's business. And
It's
we're
all,
talking
but life is business. Marriage is business.
I
Partnerships
agree with
are
that
business.
part,
Yeah.
but
So it's I understand if it's not for some people, that's fine. But I'm just saying that Black women, if you are connecting with a man and mentally and emotionally, and he says something, hey, I sometimes like men, or I've been with men or something, I hope that they wouldn't just block them off.
got you.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Guys, this has been a great conversation. We appreciate you so much, Sabreen.
Yes,
And we're
I
gonna have to
do.
do this again because
Again.
we got to do this again because the
Okay.
Yeah,
conversation.
you gotta come
I
back.
want
You
to
gotta
finish
come
this
back.
conversation for real. And yeah, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you, when your next movie is coming out, how they can follow you, and everything before we leave.
Okay, I'm on IG Sabreen S 99 ways because I believe there are so many ways to get it done. I'm on IG. On Facebook, Sabreen Shabazz. My next film, which I also have an education company where we're building software for social emotional learning. So my next
Okay.
project
Oh, wow.
is my flagship for that. It's called Block Art, and it will be out soon next year also. And we're moving into secret scores and scandal. It is a tongue twister, I know. Like
Okay.
my name, Sabreen Shabazz. Part two. I have a holiday movie, and I have a movie that's going to take you back to your boomerang days with the 2026 twist.
Okay. I'm with it. I am with it,
Can't
and we
wait
will
to see
definitely be
that.
watching.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Truth Nation, we thank you for rocking with us tonight, Sabreen. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I love your spirit. I love your attitude.
Attitude.
I love everything about you.
Thank
Your
you.
aura, your aura.
Thank
So
you.
yes, for
I
sure.
believe in manifestation. I wish you ladies all the best with building your Truth Nation, and don't stop. That's all I have to say to you and to everyone that's out there that wants to make something happen. It's not a dream, it is your reality. Just don't stop.
Reality.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. And guys, we will
Yeah.
Thank
catch you
you.
next week. We won't be doing a show on Wednesday, but Tuesday. We will be doing a show on Tuesday, and I'll be posting that on my social media. Uh, Happy Thanksgiving to you, Sabreen.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And I
Be
wish
safe.
you much more success
Thank
in
you.
everything that you do. And guys, we will catch you all later. You're
Bye
watching The Truth
bye.
Ain't in Us.
Bye.
Bye.